Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everybody. I know we're across all sorts of time zones, so great turnout. Thank you for joining us today. This is the third in our Best Cities Global Alliance Community Cafe. This year, we tried to focus on some quality sessions that people have asked us for, and one of those sessions was AI. And in fact, we already had one back in June, which focused a lot on ChatGPT and all the things that you could do with it. This session is the advanced version. This is beyond ChatGPT, and we have our same facilitator structure guru joining us today, Julian Moore with Strategic Membership Solutions, which works on solutions for associations and governments. Julian is based in Australia, so it's a little bit late at night for him. So we appreciate all the caffeine you're taking to stay awake for us and impart your wisdom. Um, just want to thank everyone for joining us. It's really important for our community. We try to get together live when we can, but we can't always do that. So sometimes we meet virtually, and appreciate everyone showing up today. And I'm going to hand it over without further ado to Julian because he has, as I mentioned off the top, a lot of information to share with us. So thank you, Julian.
No worries. Thank you. So thank you everyone for joining me. I know there's like crazy time zones going on. Uh, I, for one, rapidly heading towards midnight. So with that in mind, I thought when they said, well, look, we don't have to do just GPT. We can do anything. Let's talk about all the AIs that we have to play with. And then that was the entire guidance, to which I closed my mouth. I didn't say anything, knowing that I was allowed to do everything. So with this, what I'm going to do is share my screen and I'm going to dive straight in. I'm going to make sure we've got sound and share. So, of course, when we're talking about AI is meant to make our lives easier. Like that's its whole purpose. Everything about AI is designed so that it's an assistant to what we do. And I always think of it, AI is made by techies. Like it's made by uber geeks like me, like monster nerds. And it's made by techies so you don't need a techie. That's the whole reason. And the easiest way to understand this is essentially tasks that you invariably had to have techies for. So if we just have a quick look at Durable, Durable is a AI website builder. So I'm just going to sign in, and I always forget passwords. So I use Google sign in for everything. So here we are. And if I go and create a business, we can say we're going to create tourism is awesome. Describe my business. We are a event planner in, we're an event planner, and we'll be based in where I am, and we're going to create the business. That will now go across and set everything up for us. So it will essentially create a whole new business in the back end of Durable. And that's going to allow us then to set these things up. So tourism is awesome. If we go to a website, it's now going to say, what would you like a domain? Do you want to publish it? Social media, blogs, the whole thing. So we're just going to generate a website. And it already knows that tourism is awesome and that we're an event planner. So what used to take you talking to a techie and explaining to them what your vision for the website was, and then translating that into a website, and maybe $8,000 later in a few weeks, you would get that and you would work with them to create that kind of vision. Now means that you simply tell AI what you want, and AI acts as the techie for you. So, but it's damn sight faster than the the website builders of the world, and it will never get upset no matter how many changes you want to make or whatever images you want to pull on there. And what it means is you can just say, oh, I want a different font by clicking on it and choosing a different font. I want a different image by clicking on it and choosing a different image. I want a different layout from anything. There's no templates anymore. It will just make what you're looking for. So we're 80% of the way there. Let's start having a look. Tourism is awesome. Is our contact us here. Plan your perfect event in Redland and experience the unparalleled event. Redland's city's premier event planners discover an unforgettable experience for tourism is awesome. Professional coordination for every occasion. It's even got the alliteration. However, I'm spotting a lot of American Zs going on here. Customized for event sourcing, catering, menu planning. We go through entertainment, transport, logistics, on-site support, some more terrible images, and then we've got the stats. We've now been going 10 years. Look at that. We started up 30 seconds ago and suddenly we got 10 years experience, 500 events. Our satisfaction rating is high for this brand new company. We're transforming new experience, upcoming events. Emily thinks we're incredible. She's clearly a visionary person. And then we go through some more and contact us here. So this type of thing that used to take weeks of forwards and backwards with a techie and a few, 8,000 Australian dollars now is moments. This whole thing, so not just you can make, if you want to add another page, you just click create a page. It is all this simple. And then from there, you can then do your marketing, your CRM, your invoicing. It has payment gateways, brands. You upload your brand, it'll theme the whole thing. And all of this is $25. So and that's for everything. So what we're seeing these used for is where you used to have clients and you'd add them to your page, or where you've got new clients, you can now offer entire websites to your clients because it costs you next to nothing. So let's give it a bigger challenge. Let's have a look at something a bit more challenging. These are the clones. Now the clones, I always like the clones. They're always fun because when you look at the avatars always sound like they're hard to make. But realistically, to create an avatar, you click on create avatar. Now I'm gonna
Hey guys,
have him be quiet. He's like the worst GPS in the world. He will just never shut up, this guy. So we'll click get started. Now you can have one in motion, so you can be
I'm so excited that you're going to create your
or you can be
so we
and since I can't walk at the moment, we're going to do a still one. I prefer video.
so we
He really just keeps going. And then record with the webcam. You turn your cam and mic on, tick your boxes, and you talk for 2.5 minutes. And once it's recorded, it then goes through and you record a consent. And when you record a consent, it facial matches to make sure it's you actually consenting to make the avatar. So you can't go making avatars of newly crowned presidents saying terrible things. So we've now got, these are my avatars. I can choose anyone. And then once I've got one, I can now add any camera angle. So if this is my avatar, I can then add 99 other camera angles so that I can choose what I want. So once you've created it, they send you a video. And now this is my avatar. This is a digitized version of me. So it's not dubbing. You remember the old 1980s kind of kung fu movies that were poorly dubbed, the kind of you fight me type of thing. That's all gone. This is now fully digitized. So for accessibility now,
Hey,
it's all lip
Julian
sync.
Moore, your instant avatar is ready. Feel free to create videos with it. Also, click the feedback button to share what you think. Hope you enjoy.
So we can choose the portrait or landscape. So we'll go landscape. And once you're in landscape, you can then say, well, I want a script. What would I like my avatar to say? Well, realistically, don't write scripts anymore. You would just, and that's what we have AI for. So I can say, take the best cities and say, read this and just drop the website in. And give me a 30 second script in a text block. So it'll read the website, understand best cities, and then give us a text block. So I'm going to just take Best Cities Global Alliance, just to make it quick. Drop this in. And now he will say whatever I want him to say. So this will give us the ability to hear what this script sounds like now. And it won't manipulate him. This is just the audio. But then from there, of course, once it's got the audio updated and you can hear that you've got the spacing correct and the breathing.
Best Cities Global Alliance unites 13 world-class convention bureaus, offering unmatched collaborative meeting solutions.
So I might want to speed up, or I might want to change my pitch or volume. But of course, I may not just want to sound like me. I might want to choose different voices. I might want to be Jack Sterling, whoever Jack Sterling is.
Hello, this is what I sound like. Hope you like it.
No one wants to be Jack Sterling. So I'm not going to be Jack Sterling. I've had enough of all the crazy American accents I've heard all day. And then I might want to speak a different language. So let's say I want to speak Bulgarian. Jack Sterling's back. Oh my word. Charles Montgomery.
Здравейте, така звуча. Надявам се да ви хареса.
Or of course, as we go through, we could pick, where are we? Pick Chinese, and we can choose the accents, whether it's Mandarin, Cantonese, Haitian. You can choose all the different styles. We've even got the different regions going through. That's quite new. I've never seen that before. So they're clearly updating these. So I've never been able to speak any of these before. So I'm going to choose Taiwanese there, see what that's like, and be Charles Montgomery again. This is awful.
你好，这是我的声音，希望你喜欢。
So once you've chosen your language and your side of things, you can then put different elements in. And the elements, if I want to be a TikTok star, I can drop that in. And then once you've got it, you can put things like videos into the background, change the clothing, all that type of thing. And then when you click submit, that goes off and sends through your options. Now, here we are. So that's the one we were just doing on the draft. I always think I just sound, where are we? That's Spinal Health Week. So these were all designed for the Australian Cabinet. And so this is a good example of what they're being used for.
Hi, I'm Julian's avatar. Yes, you heard that right. I'm Julian's AI clone. Julian will be speaking at the AC.
So it's really just to promote. I always put every single thing as, hi, I'm Julian's avatar. Yes, you heard that right. I'm Julian's clone. The reason I do that is I don't want anyone thinking I'm trying to pull the wool over their eyes. Transparency is king here. I still think I sound better in Mandarin than I do in Australian, quite honestly. It's just interesting. And also because it's lip synced. So if anyone is hard of hearing or accessibility issues, they can lip read.
闪耀，高尔夫管理协会是梦想。
And then, of course, what you can do is you can put the video captioning on.
在中西求到闪耀，高尔夫管理协会是梦想。培养领导者，建。
Now, once you've got those, of course, you can then save those. But the cool stuff really comes from here. We can do a range of different things now. We can, once it's recorded, well, now we can upload a database. Now, first things first, I should say everything I'm showing today is regulated. So they've all got sovereign data storage. It's all encrypted. You don't have to worry about data or privacy. I wouldn't show any of the dodgy ones. So you can upload your database here. Once you upload your database, much like merging an email, we can now merge a video. So instead of having hi first name on an email, we have hi first name in a video with a lip sync.
Hi, Emma. Thanks for your interest in HeyGen. Hi, Ryan. Thanks for your interest in HeyGen.
And when you update or upload your database, you can now send 50,000 emails, and every single person will receive a personalized email saying their name and their company name and whatever you want them to do it. And so instead of having personalized video emails, they now get a personalized video of you sent through to them. So that's pretty cool. However, now
Julian,
what?
sorry. Sorry, can I ask a quick question? I'm so sorry. And I realized I did not lay any ground rules for asking questions. So I'll just be the one to interrupt you just very quickly and ask a question because I'm dying to know. On the other side of this, the people that are receiving these emails, do they need a specific software or something installed? Like, can you just send this through regular old email and they can get these videos?
You can open this in any format on Mac, on your phone, on your PC. It will just open as any regular email and play a video. It's the days of formatting being an issue are behind us because AI just adapts to the format it's going to be received in. So we've also found that by using these personalized videos, when we tested them for the first time, and we tested them in a range, we tested them to an audience that knew me, and we tested them with an audience that didn't know me. And that was the interesting one. The audience that didn't know me still got a 60% open rate. And I think it's because of the novelty factor. I think it's because people are, someone sent me an AI video. So it's kind of, they watched it not just because of the content, but because maybe it was the first one they got. So the open rates are huge. However, what we can now do is we can make these clones to a range of things. So once again, let's take Best Cities. And I keep being asked about things like influencers. And influencers, kind of AI is coming for them. So this is called URL to video. It's in beta. And actually, let's have a quick look and see what we've got. Let's choose at random. Oh, I'm not at random. I saw Singapore. So I'm just going to pick that one because I saw that. So here we are. So I've chosen any URL and I'm going to just paste that one in and say generate video. It's designed for Amazon and Spotify and all these types of things, but I don't know anyone who's using it for that. Essentially, what it's going to do is read that website. So if you've got an event running, you can have it look at the event website, and then it will scrape all the information from that website. And here's the information. It's got Singapore, member of Best Cities Global Alliance. And then it's got all the whited out. I'm just going to get rid of these grayed images. And then you can choose any image you want. So now what we can do is add a logo. So I'm literally just going to nip to pictures and add a logo. That's the one. I shouldn't add this one, but it's the only one that's available right now. So now Singapore's logo is Second Opinion Medical AI. So here we are. Here's our description and an image. So we click next, and now it knows already who your audience are because it's just read the website. So describe your target audience so we can tailor the scripts. So it'll read what we've sent through and then it'll write the scripts for it. We can do custom scripts, but why would you when it will do it for us? And you can add the tags for tourism, for whatever you'd like. So I'm just going to go next. And it's now generating our scripts for us. And lots of different things. So let's say, ever wondered how to elevate your next meeting or event? Discover Singapore, the super confident one. Or the 3 reasons, looking for the ultimate destination to host your next meeting. Or the TikTok. I've never looked at TikTok, so we're not going to do that one. Inspiring. Imagine hosting your next event where innovation meets. So I'm going to take inspiring and click next. So now we've just told it the website. It's then read it. It's then understood that and written the script for us. You notice there's no typing involved here. So now it's got the scripts. We can now choose who we want to talk about that for us. So you can either choose yourself in your own clone that you made, or you can create an image and then have AI manipulate that image in, or you can choose one of the templates. So we could choose this lady here. The lip syncing is done when we click submit, but we can hear what that now sounds like.
Imagine hosting your next event in a place where innovation meets culture. Welcome to Singapore, a premier business and event destination. With its strategic location in the heart of Southeast Asia, Singapore offers an incredible blend of modern infrastructure and rich heritage.
And we can choose what style we want. We could have the floating thing. We don't have to have her. We can choose any other. We could have the swarthy Spanish dude. We could have the sweaty lady on the treadmill. All the way through all the different, we can even have drug dealers, it looks like. So, you can have pretty much anyone promoting your products these days, or yourselves. And then when you click submit, that then goes and becomes something like this. And then it's obviously lip sync through.
Ever wondered how to elevate your cabinet making business to new heights? Join us for the ACFA 2025 Industry Conference on March.
And now you can actually make bulk loads of these. So you can make one about each of the days, about each of the events. You can share immediately to TikTok, or copy the link or download and do whatever you like with these things. However, now, once you have your avatar, you can then choose how you want to use it. So if I want, I could send it to Zoom, and then it can do a Zoom meeting for me. It's not ready yet. But what we can do now is see the very first, and this is beta, this is the first kind of ability to engage with your avatar in real time. And so that way it can go on and it can do Zoom meetings for you, team meetings. Oh, there's the other camera. Hey, how are you today?
Hey there, I'm doing well. Thanks for asking. How's your business going? And what challenges or goals do you want to focus on today?
Well, we're just wondering how to use interactive avatars to get more delegates to conferences.
Great question. Interactive avatars can enhance attendee engagement and create a unique experience. Have you thought about using them for virtual meet and greets or interactive presentations?
So the answer is no. So I'm going to stop that because it's really freaky talking to yourself and getting an answer is the truth of it. So I should use another avatar of someone else. You can choose a range of avatars here. You can go to theirs, and any one of these will talk to you. And what you do is essentially you then upload your information. So you can just click new and dropped all your information in there, PDFs, everything, documents, so all the event information. And now you've got an avatar that knows you about your event and can talk people through how to register themselves on the website. And this can be done on your mobile phone, it can be done on the website, even to the point where, quite honestly, you can just have it answer Zoom calls for you. And so if someone wants to speak to your avatar, it'll answer the Zoom. So these are the avatars. Apologies for rushing through this. I've only got the hour and I get all excited over this. So from the avatars, so we've now created the website. We've sent them an avatar. They're still not responding. Let's make some phone calls, because phone calls, they seem old fashioned. But if I want to make 100,000 phone calls, or even 10,000 phone calls, it used to be I'd be looking at 3 months, a call center, and I'd have to write scripts, I'd have to train the staff, I'd always get complaints back because they didn't understand this answer or that answer or this question. This literally, you train it by dumping documents into it or looking at your database. And then, sorry, someone asked, can this interactive avatar recognize language? Absolutely. Language is one of these, because they're large language models and they're trained on every document in the world. Essentially, it's trained on every language in the world, and it can auto-detect language. So it'll immediately detect. In fact, we'll do some of that in a moment. So with this, so now let's say we're calling 10,000 people. What used to take months and training and headache and expense. Now, if I want to call 10,000 people and it's a 10-minute phone call, it takes 10 minutes. We call them simultaneously. And not only do we call them simultaneously, it costs 7 cents per call. That's the entire charge. And it will speak any language. It will understand who they're calling and say their name. It will, and you know, if it gets grandpa who's been aching for some interaction for however long, it will spend an hour chatting to them. So no upset here. So this is what it's, this is how Apple use it.
Hey, James.
I'm not interested, man.
Yeah, no worries. I hate calls out of the blue too. But I'm actually from Apple, and I saw you were checking out Vision Pro and were about to pre-order but left the page.
Dude, I
was curious, what
right
had you looking into potential? Okay, I can respect that. Can I just ask one question before you go?
Did you hear how it tails off? Where can I ask one question before you go? It's got intonation, it rises, it crests, it falls. It does all these different things. And when we talk about how this is changing, this is being used in Australia for emergency calls. So if there's a wildfire going through, we can call everyone in a town that's in the way of the wildfire, everyone simultaneously at the same time, everyone's phones ring. So, and it's being used in a range of areas. But now we've got hold of them finally. What happens if they call us back? Well, you're not always in the office, and sometimes they call out of hours. So this is just an AI advanced answering service. It plugs into your database. So now if Brenda calls, it will know it's Brenda, and it will say, hey, Brenda, how can I help? I saw last time we spoke was back in whenever, because it knows all the information. Apologies for the accents here, but it's worth listening to.
The Tree Store, we guarantee your Christmas. How can I help you?
Hi, I'd like to make a return.
Happy to assist you. Can you tell me more about the problem first?
Yeah, my Christmas was just a little bit lackluster.
I'm so sorry to hear that. What can we do to remedy your Christmas?
So I had this Christmas tree for Christmas, and I just feel like my Christmas wasn't joyous enough, so I'd like a full refund.
Absolutely, sir. When you buy our Christmas tree, we guarantee 2 years of happiness. We'd be very happy to accept that return.
So now, so we installed this into a manufacturer of false teeth. So dentists send the molds to them. They make the false teeth and send them back to the dentist. They were getting 120 calls a day. And all the calls were the same. They're all like, where's my false teeth? And when can I expect them? I need to install them. So, of course, now we put this in and it just simply answers the phone and says, hey, thanks for your call. If you give me the order number, the customer number, or your name, I'll find out. It finds out where it is and says it's due on Thursday, so you'll have it then. Is there anything else? So out of the 120 calls a day they were getting, it can now manage 100 of the calls simply because it's the same old. And so it really fast the take up of this type of thing. Now, we were asked about language. So let's have a play with language. Now, before I go, I should say GPT is no longer just a web-based tool where you go in and you jump onto GPT and use it on the web. What it also has now is an app. So if you go to GPT, you can now download the desktop app. And when you download the app, you can now download the Windows or the Mac app. And of course, now it just sits here on your taskbar. So, however, what this does is this gives you your voice. So when you click the voice, it will turn blue. Good evening.
Good evening, Jules. How's everything going?
Yeah, pretty good. So I'm with the Best Cities organization. And can you tell me what you know about Best Cities?
Certainly. Best Cities Global Alliance is a network of premier meeting destinations around the world.
Now, I hate to jump in, and I love the accent, but what I want you to do is use the most ochre Aussie accent possible. Like, go full Croc Dundee on us.
You got it, Jules. Right. So, Best Cities is a ripper network of top-notch meeting spots from all over the globe. They're dead set on making sure every conference they host is top shelf.
Sorry to jump in again, and I love where we're going with this. So I forgot to say that based in Copenhagen. So can you tell me this in Danish?
Selvfølgelig. Ja. Best Cities Global Alliance et netværk af førsteklasses konferencedestinationer rundt om i verden, dedikeret til at levere
It's me
uovertruffent.
again, and I don't want to keep interrupting, but it's far too much fun. So we've got some based in Singapore. So can you change the accent and the language again?
Sure thing, mate. Best Cities Global Alliance ada rangkaian destinasi persidangan terkemuka dari seluruh dunia committed untuk memberikan
It's me
persidangan.
one more time. Portuguese, please.
Claro, Jules. A Best Cities Global Alliance é uma rede de destinos de conferências de primeira classe em todo o mundo, comprometida a oferecer experiências de conferências excepcionais.
We've just had a request, and it seems like I got everything wrong. I do apologize, but most people here are from Ethiopia. So can you translate for me?
No worries, Jules. Best Cities Global Alliance kaalam lala yamigwazu temeraki konferanse medrekoch na li yibahona tagabacho ya konferanse limedoch yamitamana meseritno.
Thank you so much for that. Can you now just say goodbye to everyone, but act like Mary Poppins for me?
Certainly. Cheerio, everyone. It's been absolutely delightful chatting with you all. Remember, a spoonful of sugar helps the medicine go down. Goodbye.
So language is done. And the reason I didn't expect the Cheerio or the spoonful of sugar, admittedly, but you know, it's getting more intelligent every day. And the reason I show the app is they've been holding back a range of its skills and its advanced nature simply because, sorry, Lukim, can you try any of the South African languages, perhaps Afrikaans? I didn't see that. I'll do that really quickly for you. I love that you've gone, no worries. That's so Australian. Hey, how are you?
Hey, Jules. I'm doing great. Thanks for asking. How about you?
Yeah, good. I'm in a meeting with some South Africans who only speak Afrikaans. So whenever you hear English, can you translate that into Afrikaans? And whenever you hear Afrikaans, can you translate that back into English for me?
Got it, Jules. I'm ready to help with the translations. Let me know when you're ready to begin.
I'm ready to begin. Lukim, or I pronounced your name wrong. I do apologize. I would like to say welcome to the Zoom call, and I hope this is a good demonstration of the expressive voice translation.
Ek verstaan, Jules. Jy het my naam verkeerd uitgespreek. Ek vra om verskoning. Ek wil graag sê welkom by die Zoom oproep en ek hoop dit is 'n goeie demonstrasie van die eksplosiewe stemvertaling.
And then, of course, if it heard Afrikaans, it would then translate that back into English for me. the reason it's so good at the voice is because it's trained on every TV station's archive in every country's in all of history. And it's not just like a Google Translate. This is a genuine interpretation. So it's brilliant at conversational. It drops itself in technical. So if you're trying to do build a spacecraft or something, its technical translation becomes too conversational. But it's very good at the conversational. And so now what we have is the ability to take any of the data and turn that data into anything, of course. So, we can now go into GPT for free and click search the web, and you can say, tell me about best cities. Global Alliance. And that will now search the web. And not only will it search the web, it will then tell you all about the website, but now it cites all the places. So Google's got something on their hands now, because it's easier just to click this and see where it's got the sources from. And the moment you've got that, you can turn it off and use the AI again. So really using this, you're going to get one answer and it's the correct answer. But now I've got all the information. I can then say to it, well, let's have a look. Oh, slightly different from productivity. Let's have a look at creativity for a moment. Use the above and make me a song that uses all the cities. I am terrible spelling today. All the cities. Use the word hello in every language as the chorus, and make it go viral. Yeah, make it go viral. Let's make it catchy. So here's a catchy pop song, Infectious. So now we're gonna, each line features hello in the city's language. Hello, hello, yeah, perfect. That's what I wanted. And now it talks about every city, and it's got something within each one. So now we've got our song. Let's take that. So now we've got our song. Let's see if we can become pop superstars. We'll use the thing called Suno, and this is Suno. And Suno allows us to do a range of things. So as custom, you can upload audio, you can do a range of things, but what I'm going to do is just paste our song in, and I would like that as a pop, high energy, and with female vocals. So we will call this hello, and create. And that can now go off and use all the large language model and AI tools that it has. But essentially, it's got all the languages. So now it's going to use the wording to choose the vocal style. It's got the knowledge of every instrumentation in history, because it's got every country's radio station archives, TV archives, music archives. So then it will do the orchestration, instrumentation, it'll add the vocals. So, and what used to take a long time to create, let's have a listen to see what ours sounds like.
Hello, hello, hola, good day. Ni hao, shambo, bonjour, hey. Konnichiwa, salam and ciao. From every city, can you feel it now? We're taking off in Berlin where the night's so bright. A quick stop in Dublin for some Celtic light. Washington's buzzing, capital dreams. Houston skyline bigger than it seems. Cape Town's calling with its mountain high. Dubai's got visions reaching up to the sky. It's a world tour, together we rise. In every hello there's a shared surprise. We're here to connect, it's our time to glow. From continent to continent, watch the cities flow. Hello, hello, hola, good day. Ni hao, shambo, bonjour, hey.
Okay, am I the only one who's enjoying that? Because that's bloody good, I thought. That was a lot of fun. So, of course, now we can create customized songs for clients. So in the award ceremonies, you can have the award winner, the conference name, you can have the sponsor's name in there, and each one can have their customized walk-on music. You can create playlists for people to travel to the conferences for. You can put them in the mindset ready for meetings. You can generate your own tailored side of things. Now, once we've got that, it's no good without a music video. I mean, we will need a music video to go with this. So the first thing we have to do is generate an image. So we'll use something like Kaling, and Kaling allows us to do a range of things. So well, if we go into AI images and say so it was a female, so a female sat in a coffee shop looking at the camera. Let's say with purple hair highlights. We can then choose what aspect ratio we want to use. So we'll say 16:9, and we'll just make 2 of those. And so now what we'll be able to do is choose from a range of these. So as you see, I tend to make everyone have purple hair because then everyone knows it's not real. And then here's a lady. Next one is, let's have a look at her. And again, as you can see, we've got ultra realistic these days. So once you save this, we can enhance, or as you see, the button says, bring to life. So now we click bring to life. We can say, let's have a quick think. Let's say, bring to life, smiling, blinking, and using hand gestures. So once that's done, we can choose if we want 10 seconds, 5 seconds. I'm going to do 5 just for speed of time. It's going to take 16 minutes. Unfortunately, we don't have time. So let me see if I can find, here's one I made earlier. Here's the picture. This is our picture. And so once again, purple hair. And it was designed for a speech Belinda, my wife, was giving in India. So I made the lady Indian. Once we took that image and then dropped that into our bring to life, what you get out the other side is this. Let's just bring that across. So let's move this to one side so we can see. So this is the image. Let's put them side by side for a nice exact thing. And so literally it then gives you 10 seconds back of this. And it brings it to life. Now, once you've then brought I keep calling it, her, person, I don't know what to say half the time. So once you've brought the image to life, you can then create your own ambassadors, give them an Instagram account, give them if you've got a campaign running, create your own ambassador for the campaign. You can choose a range of things. We had the Australian Water Association not so long back, and they were looking to create a campaign around water and in New Zealand. So they chose this, and she became the face of the water campaign for New Zealand. She got her own Twitter account. She has her own Instagram account. She has her own page, and this is the voice that they tweet and engage people with. So if you've got campaigns running, you can then, of course, create really quite interesting videos. So this is a very famous scene in AI. It was the first AI scene. So we recreated this. And then once we recreated it, we then decided that we were going to get her to sing.
Looks like this, where do I begin? Flip my hair, strike a pose and you'll see. It's hard to be humble when you're as beautiful as me. Looks like.
So now you get to lip sync them. You can then choose if you want to do this.
Where do I begin? Flip my hair, strike a pose and you'll see.
And all the way through to, would you like them walking in blue? Would you like them?
It's hard to be humble when you're as beautiful as me.
What about in yellow, purple, and gold? And what if you don't want, you want the gold dress to be longer? Or there's every option. You can generate almost any. Now, unfortunately, our other one's going to take a little bit too long. So I can see I'm rapidly running out of time. So I'm going to jump into the next part. And realistically, the next part has to be how we're going to use these practically. The first thing is what we know is coming. And when I say coming, I mean next week, because now that the American election's over, they can release these things, is that our phone, as we know, can now use the voice. So you can just chat to it the same as we did earlier, and you can use the translation exactly the same. But that voice now, you can turn the camera on, and it can interpret its surroundings. So it will look, this is a blind guy in London.
In residence at the moment.
Yes, it looks like the king is in residence right now. The Royal Standard flag is flying above Buckingham Palace, which is the signal that the monarch is present. How exciting to...
I even know when a taxi is coming with its orange light on. I think I'll hail it to get home.
Yes, I spotted one just now. It's heading your way on the left side of the road. Get ready to wave it down.
So now it can interpret its surroundings, it can see and know what it's doing. But of course, this is set up, you know. Sorry, I just saw the comment about the water on her dress. So with this, clearly it's set up. I mean, look, he stood in central London holding an iPhone 16 and he's blind and no one's stolen it yet. So there's clearly, you know, it's not set up for that side of things. But what it's designed to do is not be used in this way. It's designed to be used with an accessory. And those accessories are already available. So those accessories you can find in almost any sunglasses store. So you can have a look at Meta AI Ray-Bans. Here they are. Now, these glasses then just talk to your phone, and they've got cameras, so I'll jump into this one. What they have is cameras just built in. And from the cameras, underneath the arms, they have tiny microphones. Let's see if we can show the tiny microphone. There we are. So the tiny microphones sit just under here. Now, with the cameras, they link into GPT, and now you have the voice talk into your ears. So what this means is that anyone who's blind can now have these talking to them continuously. But we're using these in surgery now. so that the surgeons can put magnified lenses in and they can live stream back to the students, and the students can see them operating and how they're doing this and have a conversation with the students. Real estate agents are doing home inspections on their rentals, and the owners of the properties are now, they're live streaming back so the owner of the property can see live video walkthrough. But of course, now what's happening is the asset managers of business are seeing these, and they're, because everything has LiDAR built in these days, it means that they can walk into a building and say, okay, map the volume, size, and scale of this building for me. Give me a 3D rendered model, identify everything in it, create a spreadsheet, and then add a value to each of the items and tell me the total valuation. Because now you can just say, hey, Meta, what am I looking at? And it will tell you what you're looking at. If your children are doing exams and they've just asked for a new pair of sunglasses, you can bet your bottom dollar these are the ones they've asked for. Because, of course, now when you turn it on, if you've got a math problem,
You just seen the voice capabilities.
And then I'd love your help working.
I'm ready when you are.
Let me just skip forwards. Here we are.
Ah, I see it now. You wrote down 3x plus 1 equals 4.
Yep, exactly. So what's the first step I should take to try to solve this?
The first step is...
Now, he's being very polite there. If that was my 15-year-old, he'd be saying, tell me the answers, write down the answer, and then he would say, now tell me all the workings out so it looks like I knew this. And because it's all going into his glasses and he can see what he's doing. So now you can actively engage with your surroundings. And it's all done through AI, and it's all done through real-time translation and engaging. And of course, the thing here is when we look at these Meta AI glasses, and there's a range of these come out, but the fact that Ray-Ban already got them on the market, and they start from 400 Australian dollars, which is a couple of £100. It's incredible. It's the cheapest accessibility kind of tool, and it's changed the world for the blind. Now, when we look at this type of thing, I'm always asked what's coming next. Realistically, I said I wasn't going to talk about anything that's not been launched. So let's have a look at what got launched this week. So now here we are for $16,000. You can now buy a robot. And the robot, if we have a look at the video here, the robot is designed, this one's designed for educational areas, but essentially, is it going to, here we are. So it can now do a range of different things. However, that's how it does the training. But these aren't the ones. What we want is, we want the one that is cool and does the fun stuff. So it started off here. This is Figure. Now, this is the 9th of March this year. So let's have a look, see where it was in March. And it's powered by ChatGPT.
Hey, Figure One, what do you see right now?
I see a red apple on a plate in the center of the table, a drying rack with cups and a plate, and you standing nearby with your hand on the table.
Great, can I have something to eat?
Sure thing.
Great. Can you explain why you did what you just did while you pick up this trash?
On it. So I gave you the apple because it's the only edible item I could.
So I'm just going to pause it there. If we have a look, we can see massive actuators and complex cabling and all kinds of, like, you can't have this in your home. that was the 9th of March. Now, let's have a look at figure 2. And this was 2 months ago. So this is, as you know, March, April, May, June, July, August, September. So 6 months it took to go from that to this. Skip through. Essentially, it got more cameras, more battery power, it got more sensors, all the cabling got tucked away neatly, it got a shiny new body, and it's now being tested in Germany on the BMW manufacturing line. So here we are. This is the production line of BMW, and it's 100% autonomous. It just went off and started doing all these different things. And the nice thing here is these ones are all designed so that they're in home. If we have a look at what's coming out of Norway, and this one's my favorite because this one, he's not a ninja, just so we're aware, but Neo is designed to be your home assistant. Neo's designed to polish your house, vacuum, make your coffee, put the dishes in the dishwasher, unstack the dishwasher, bring the parcels in, mow the lawn and walk your dog. And Neo is being launched this year. So 2024 is the first year you'll actually see an Android robot out and about in the place. So with that in mind, thank you very much for spending your time with me. I do hope we got to cover all the things. I'm happy to take some questions if people have them.
I see lots of comments coming.
The Terminator. I think we've watched a little too many Hollywood movies.
I will let everybody know that, in full transparency, with the use of AI, we will be putting out some outcomes from this session. So just in terms of some of the, even the basics, so what were some of the addresses for this AI and all the sort of the information that you might want, we'll be posting that on the Best Cities Global Alliance website in the coming days. So keep an eye open for it there. You'll have all the backup from this session.
No worries. Well, thank you again. I do hope we covered all the bits for you. I know we were short of time, but like I say, any questions, send them through. Otherwise, I'll get all the info of the sites and things across to Nigel and Lauren, and so they can share it all with you.
Great.
No worries.
Thank you so much for your time. That was one of the quickest hours I've ever spent. Thank you so much. Thanks everyone for joining us.